Good morning. Teams are walking out onto the pitch. Man, it's all coming down to one last game. How are the confidence levels? It seems like a pretty bloody big ask for France, but Ireland's job seems doable, but it ain't gonna be easy. Ireland have this in their own hands. That's right. Play tight defense, take the points. 7 points is the requirement. Bonus point would do as well. Bonus point win. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm still pretty nervous. I don't know how this one's gonna go. This could go either way. How's everybody doing? Excited, confident, nervous? Yeah, I guess going to do the anthems in just a tick. Levani, mate, how are you? You must be looking forward to the Autumn Nations. Not too far away. Levin J said, hope Ireland win the Six Nations. Aren't you based in the UK? Shouldn't you be hoping England can get the job done? I'm pretty well, by the way. I only had like 5 odd hours sleep, but they were a restful 5 hours. My kids were very quiet, so yeah, I feel ready for this one. Doesn't look to be any rain, not that I can see on the camera, which is good, seeing as the conditions in the Wales-Scotland game seem to be pretty tough. Bradley watching from South Africa. Man, been a full day of rugby. Indeed, man, there's been a ton of rugby on. Just finished watching the Bulls Stormers an hour ago. It was abandoned due to lightning. What? Okay. First Six Nations 2020 game I've watched. Who was leading so far? England is top of the table at the moment, but Ireland and France can technically both pass them with this last game. I need to make this an up the jumper type of game. 4 tries not necessary, just win by 7 points. Do live in England for now, but they're not my favourite team. Fair enough. Prefer Ireland and Scotland, but not Wales. Man, Pivac's going to be under a lot of pressure now. Goodness me. I haven't finished watching that game yet, but I did see the result because they put it on the screen just as I turned this bloody game on. But anyway. Ireland by 23. Goodness me, that would be a hell of a result. Bosty, how's it going? They're just doing the anthems. It's not the same without the crowd, it has to be said. It's very quiet. Very quiet. Do you like Wales as well? Fair enough. Must be a pretty late game on. I think they said this kicks off at like 9 o'clock in France. It's pretty late to be playing a game of rugby, but no, well, I'll take it. 9 o'clock over here. Kick the penalties. Great to have a ref like Barnes, who is a stickler for rules. France could have a high penalty count, and that would give Ireland the balance they need by 7. There you go. Go Ireland. Just to let you know on the tribe. Sports app, it reckons that the Autumn Nations Cup will be on Sky in New Zealand. That's good news, so we can watch it over here. Scott says he's going for a high-scoring game. France are going to have to run for points, right? Shouldn't you wear a French shirt or French hat to balance out the support, or are you fully backing Ireland for this? France is represented, so I think I wore. Did I wear France for the preview? Oh, I wore Ireland. I don't know. Hey, Owen, mate. Very doable job for the boys in green. But the French guys need points, so what kind of game plan they run is going to be crazy. This one's on iPlayer, Stefan. I think ITV was the middle game. This will be the match of the day. Did I have breakfast? I did. I had a couple bits of toast, to be honest. Ireland 32, you reckon? 32-20? Super Rugby Unlocks had a heap of high-scoring games. Yeah, I haven't seen the Unlock games from this Saturday, but I've seen the Friday game, and that was crazy. For this game, the camera is looking at Wayne Barnes. He looks very serious. He tested positive for COVID only a short time ago, didn't he? It's good to see he's recovered. Roman Intamak has the ball. We're just waiting for the time to tick down so we can kick it off. Erie with no crowd. And here we go. Kick off. Final game of the Six Nations to decide it all. There's still 3 teams that can win it, and France have knocked it on from the kickoff. I am at 15 seconds right now, in case I am ahead or behind of you. Scrum will be interesting, man. It's a big French pack, but yeah, we'll see. That French jersey is beyond beautiful. It's a hell of a jersey. That blue, man. That blue is very nice. The Irish one looks better than it did in the promo shots, but I think the French one is maybe... Okay, scrum is solid. Man, I'm just curious to see how France is going to play, because how many points do they need to win by? So like 30 something? 31? With the bonus point? Obviously, if you're going to get 30, you probably need a bonus point. You're probably going to get a bonus point. Still pretty tentative so far. 1 minute and 55 seconds in. Ireland, I think, want to play in France's half, which is probably not a bad idea. $32 points, yeah. Yeah. Did they do the anthems at 1.5 meters? Yeah, they did, I think. They do the social distance thing with the anthems. And then play contact sports, which seems counterintuitive, but... I don't know, man. I am not an epidemiologist. I would imagine there's reasons for it. Or maybe it's just to set people a good example. I don't know. Commentator just said France by 31 or more. Did Cian Healy just try a heck of a dummy and then still get clattered? All right, we're going to have another scrum. Missed anything important, Jesse? No. You haven't missed much important, to be honest. Only need 31 because they beat England, therefore only need to tie on points difference. Yeah, that makes sense. If it ties on points difference, it goes to head, eh? Do we subscribe to the Which France meme? I don't know. Whoa, Conor Murray's going to take a big old penalty. If I'm not mistaken. It can't be right. He is. Jeez. He did point at the sticks. I know he's got a big boot on him, but damn, that's ambitious. Straight out in front. Yeah, Joe, you're right. Big penalty to win there at the scrum. "57 meters, but pretty much straight out in front." I don't think so. He had the distance by a bloody mile, but not the direction. But yes, that may give you an indication of the points that Ireland are going to go for. John King, good morning, sir. How are you, mate? Nervous? Confident? More confident than you were the other day. Love the way that Wayne Barnes communicates with the French in French. I don't know why, but there's a few words which kind of mean the same thing in French and in English, but are pronounced slightly different, and yet he still insists on saying them in French. I find weird. I don't know why. Like, good on him for speaking French. But for some reason, like, is it like advantages, like avantage or something? It's like, bro, if you just said advantage, I think they would have got you. But I don't know why I care. I don't know why that occurs to my brain to say, just speak English. But again, good on him, man. More refs should probably make an effort for that kind of thing. Fiku, here's trouble. Here's trouble. Dupont. It's that bloody Dupont, man. How the hell did that happen? That came out of seemingly nowhere. Kind of out of nowhere. Who was that? I mean, I guess Fiku's going to be able to burn Andrew Porter every day of the week, but damn. Yeah, Porter didn't even get near him, man. But you wouldn't expect him to. He's got too much gas for Conor Murray. Irish chances just got a little bit worse, but still early days. He's nailed it. I'm trying to stay neutral because as an Englander, I can't stand the French succeeding. But if they win, we win the Six Nations. What do I do? Well, if they win by enough, they win the Six Nations. So I guess you support France, but only a little bit. Knock on from France after the kickoff, so Ireland will have some ball in the French half, which is a decent result after going down early. Like the Wallaby defence, says John. Yeah, that wasn't ideal, but if Fiku, I guess, gets the ball and he's got a prop in front of him, there's going to be problems. Support France, but only a little bit. I can deal with that. There you go. It's a happy middle ground. Lesser of two evils? I don't know. Is that Irish scrum going to push for a penalty again? No, they're going to get it out. Stander, Murray, Aki. He's getting over the advantage line. Good man. Sexton with a kick through. Oh, the bounce of the ball. That is brutal. I think Keenan deserved the try for that one. Goodness me. What's happened? Oh, did he bat it away? Ooh, here's trouble. I can see a yellow card which has made its way out of Wayne Barnes' pocket, but he's put it back in. Bloody hell. Oh, he batted that. Yeah, he's going to the bin. But would there have been a try? I don't think they'll give a penalty try, but yeah, he's going to the bin, that's for sure. Maybe. I think if he doesn't bat that ball, does Keenan regather it? It's pretty far above his head. I don't know. I think that'll be tough if they give that a penalty try, but never know. Never know. Flesh and mate, it's going all right. The bounce of a rugby ball is a pretty cool thing. I actually, from that angle, it looks like Keenan might have regathered it, honestly. From that angle, it looks like it might have just been sitting up enough because his momentum wasn't taking him that far forward. They're looking at for an age. Make a call, guys. Let's just get on with it, please. Not sure it's a definite try. So Bouthier is going to the bin, but no penalty try. What time am I on? 10 minutes. Just hit 10 minutes. Just got back from the pub after bad results as a Welshman. Yeah, I haven't finished watching that game. I've watched about the first half. It's been a bit ugly, if I'm honest. Good start to the game, says Blair. Yeah, man, not bad. Yeah, man, the French maul defence there was incredible. Put Ireland under all kinds of pressure. 10 minutes need to score at least 7. Joe, agree, man. If you're going to have an extra man, you want at least 7 to show for it. France have got a scrum feed, so they'll want to just exit. Typical Barnsley hates Ireland. Does he have a history of not reffing Ireland well? I know he was not a popular man in New Zealand for many years. Why did Wales lose today? Was busy working on the farm. I haven't finished watching it, man. But the lineouts were pretty ugly. Some of the handling was pretty ugly, but the weather seemed pretty bloody windy and rainy. Scotland were better. Yeah, that could be it too. Oh, they just said it started raining here as well. I think this is the 6th sin bin of the day across all internationals. Damn. We'll have another scrum. If Ireland lose, do England win the Six Nations? Probably, but if France win by enough, then they can win. They need to win by 31. Yeah, Flesh, and I still have to go and watch the remainder of that Wales-Scotland game, and I have seen the score, so I'm not... What can I say? I'm not not that much looking forward to going through it, but we'll go through it. It would have been a nice one if I didn't know the result, but they put it on the screen of this game. I managed to avoid most of the spoilers. We were god-awful. Geez, that bad. Wales were playing awful and Scotland had good defence. France need to win by 32. Apparently it's 31 because that'll put them level and then they go head to head. They've won their game against England, so 31 will do. But yeah, it's still a big bloody scoreline either way. Junior, yep, the game is on. It's over in France. And Bouthier sitting in the naughty boys chair. Almost 7 minutes left on the yellow card. 13 minutes on the clock. Setting the scrum. Irish ball, French half. Dave Rennie and Wayne Pivac on top of their game. Yeah. At least Pivac's got a win. Dave Rennie hasn't had a win yet, but to be fair, he's had 3 games against the All Blacks, which is not easy. You'd fall asleep using fast forward. It was a shocking game. I've seen 40 minutes of it, so only 40 minutes left. Another penalty for Ireland. He's gonna kick for touch, which makes sense given they got an extra man. Them pens are mounting, indeed. Jordan, good evening. Morning, mate. How's it going? Good to hear your mum's doing all good. People were asking about you. I think Big Will was asking about you in the stream yesterday. Bulls versus Storm is called off due to lightning. Do I need to go watch it? I haven't seen it yet. How much do they get played? No kick for goal is interesting. I guess they want to capitalize on the extra man while they've got it. That's going to be held up. It's going to be held up. But they managed to get it into the goal area, which is good because they'll keep the ball. 50 mile per hour swirling winds. Yeah, the ball was getting held up. I saw from some of the kicks, so. Even if it was New Zealand versus local pub team, it would have been a low score. Yeah, I don't think the screen probably did it justice. It did look pretty bad. How's that scrum going to go? It's been paying dividends so far for the Irish. Murray gets it out. Sexton takes it to the line. He did his little spin move, but he's still short. They absolutely need a score here. They got advantage. If I was France right now, I would be killing that ball as quickly as I can. How can Ireland stop England from winning the title? They need to win the game by 7 points. Or win the game with a bonus point. Back for the penalty. Three minutes left on this yellow card. Clock is still ticking. Are they going for a scrum? Thought he was going to tap it for a second. Another penalty. What do I make of Dupont, the French halfback? Bro, he's pretty bloody good, isn't he? He's a rather talented chap. Wales played and lost to Scotland in my hometown. Here we go. Another scrum. We've seen a few of them. Ball goes in. It's at Stander's feet. They've been told to use it. Aki gets over the advantage line again. Defense holds. Birds are going absolutely bananas outside. I don't know if you can hear them. You're about 2 kilometres from Loftus and it's still pouring and bad lightning. Jeez. There we go. Ireland get that try they needed. Don't tell me that's Cian Healy on his 100th game. Goodness me. Typical prop try, says the commentator. Crashing over. Good try. Oh, I'll wait for the conversion. I've been burned on getting the whiteboard written up. Now, Sexton. I was just going to say, Sexton, can you please hurry up with that kick? Because you've got a minute of yellow card time left, and he's known for taking his full bloody minute every time. Well, he took it quickly. Healy and Young someday for the 100 cap folk. Yeah, not so much for the 149 cap fella, seemingly. One more Irish try and conversion, then somebody say to the ref they think they have COVID in the game. Right, yellow card is about to be over. So the Irish did just what they needed to do. They got 7 points during the yellow card. Oh, now Healy's the one on the ground. Hope he's alright. Wayne Barnes is smiling to him, checking on him. He looks like he's going to be sick. What the hell? What the hell, man? I don't know how to read his face. He's like doubled over in pain, looking like he's going to be sick, and he's smiling at the same time. I don't know. Mark Dunphy says, go Ireland, go. Good man. You've already got one try. France kicking it dead. Silly penalties. That's to Ireland's advantage, mate. We'll see. Got a hit in the breadbasket, yeah. Sounds like an Irishman to me, hurt but still loving his life on the pitch. Yeah, there you go. Oh, France have won a penalty this time. Ireland are softies. Yeah, that's what Rassie Erasmus pretty much said in Chasing the Sun. Although he was probably just trying to inspire the guys to beat Wales. You have to see Alan Wynne Jones's interview after the game today. He iced the interviewer. Okay, well that will be more reason to watch the game, like watch the second half, which I haven't seen yet, so I can stick around for the interview. John hates this Ireland jersey. When I first saw the promo shots, I did think it looked a bit busy, but I don't reckon it looks that bad from a distance on the telly. Nice Leinster mug, says Mark. Yeah, I figured this is the mug for the occasion. It's a bit early for beer, being still 9:30 in the morning, but I can do a coffee. Yeah, what is the penalty count, Joe? It's getting pretty lopsided. We'll have a look. Do I rate Rayasi? He's pretty bloody good. Playing the Mitre 10 Cup. Sexton, kick through. Good kick. Penalties conceded is... according to that, it's only 3-1. I guess they don't include advantages. Territory is 75-25 to Ireland. If you wear it, you're not looking at it from a distance. Yeah, that's probably true. Look at the stud mark on King Johnny's leg. I haven't seen it. I'll have a look. My kids have just gone out in the front yard to play. Expect fighting soon. Another penalty for Ireland. You gotta kick this one all day long. How's Geza? Yeah, he's good. Watched the All Blacks game with him last night, and my mum actually, which was nice for a change. My mum only really follows the All Blacks, maybe the Blues and Super Rugby a bit, but yeah, no, he's good. He's not watching this game. He's, I guess, more interested in watching the All Blacks. So if Ireland win with a bonus point, then they win the Six Nations Mr. Clean 100%. That is the way it's going to work. He's kicked it. Ireland are in front. They hit the front for the first time today. But Healy has gone off. That's pretty crap for him, unfortunately. How many shirts do I own? I will have to count them, mate. I will have to count them. Southern Hemisphere teams, in my opinion, are the best. That's what's wrong with Australia. I used to fear them in the past, definitely not now. Did the All Blacks win? Bro, they did. They smashed the Aussies yesterday. It's hard to get a read on the All Blacks and the Wallabies at the moment because they've only played each other. But, yeah, we'll see. Is it an HIA or is it a... I thought Healy was just injured. Rugby shirt collection is a marvel to say the least. People always ask me if I use Instagram, and the answer is no. But somebody suggested I do an Instagram just for my jerseys, so each photo is just a photo of a jersey, which would make more sense because I don't really go anywhere interesting enough to take photos of, but jerseys would probably be about the only thing. It is an HIA. Okay, good. Well, hopefully he comes back on. Has Geza recovered today? I don't know. I haven't seen Geza today, so I'm not sure. I'm sure he's good. The deck is looking a bit slippery in this one. They did say it's raining, but you can't see it on camera. Any idea what's the final verdict with the Lightning on the Bulls Stormers game? Bro, I don't know. I will have to go and watch that after I've finished watching Wales and Scotland. You don't go anywhere to take photos of. You live in New Zealand, the most beautiful country on earth. Yeah, but I don't go anywhere, man. I just sit here in Auckland and go to work and come home. I hardly go anywhere. Stockdale fumbled it. Did he knock it on? He's got out of jail with that one. He's absolutely got out of jail with that one. Apparently last night was the first time the ABs had won the Bledisloe on Aussie soil. Is that right? Maybe off his foot. It's the only thing that saved him there. Ooh, one of the French guys is down. Looks like Intermac. There goes Dupont. He still managed to get that pass away from nowhere. Who can get a read on any team now? Teams are not scared to go away. And spawn no fans. Yeah, true. Oh, here's trouble. Oh no. Oh, goodness me. Bro, that's... It's a penalty try to France. And a yellow card to Caelan Doris. Again, it's just a bobbled ball, man. Come on. Oh, man. Yeah, I think in that situation, you're better off just letting him go, man. He's a forward. It's wet. He still might knock it on, even if he's the first man to the ball. But you tackle him without the ball, you've pretty much guaranteed him a penalty try. Anyway, it's instinct. It is what it is. But Ireland's job, once again, gets a bit harder. And no need to convert it. So it's 3 points. Anyway. Stockdale's fault. Just kill the ball. Two knock-ons in 30 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. My mate has just asked me to go to South Africa next year. Got family there. The wife has just said no. Stockdale's overrated. He's a terrible defender. Stockdale's stock have kind of fallen in the last couple of years. I think he peaked with that try against the All Blacks in Dublin a couple of years ago. And then, yeah, Ulster's been playing him at fullback. So far, this is going England's way, you'd have to say. Stockdale's been having a shocker. All of Ireland's current wing options are sketchy. I rate Conway, and the Keenan, I haven't seen enough of him, but he's been alright, hasn't he? England's champions. At the moment, mate, it is looking like England. Major gaff, Stockdale. Yes. David says England, yeah. David wouldn't mind England to to get through with this result being the way it is at the moment. Going England's way, that's what I like to hear. Okay, and big RC. Novmum doesn't mind. Ulster second, 15 Bickens for Stockdale. Surely not. Can't wait to see how Fiji go against France. Yeah, true, man. Oh, that ball's out on the full. Nah, Scotland can't win. But they didn't finish 5th, which is an improvement. They got an away win, which is an improvement. He'd drop the water bottles if he was carrying them. Oh man, the shots are being fired. While Johnny lines up a shot, a goal. This is, in terms of yellow card management, pretty much perfect because he'll take the full minute and they'll get 3 points with a man down. So, happy days. As far as things are going, can't complain. Back to a 1-point game. Again, just what England are pretty happy to see. What's the points difference at the moment? Would a bonus point Ireland win secure the championship, or do they have to win it by a margin? If they win it with a bonus point, the margin doesn't matter. If they win it without the bonus point, then they need the 7-point margin. At the moment, they're not even winning, so yeah. France need to win. Oh, is Healy coming back? Has he passed his HIA? Falcon. Penalties conceded 7-2. Goodness me. Healy back on at fullback. Oh. Mommy Nova P. What is SEK? Is that Swedish krona? Either way. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hope you are enjoying this game. It is still a tight one. Oh, and Ross. Ross says, come on, Ireland. Likewise. Cheers, mate. Still in with a chance. But getting yellow cards is not going to do any favours. But still, we'll see. But I need a jacket, please. So I can drop my link. Yes, it's Swedish krona. Uh-oh, here's trouble. Still 3.5 minutes left on this yellow card. Oh, Bouthier has just dropped a cold. Have my premiere tomorrow. Premiere? For what? April Tui joining late. Hope some good rugby can cheer you up. It's been a touch messy, but it's still a tight game. England is currently winning, even though they're not playing. What was the yellow for? It was tackling a man without the ball as he was going for a ball in the end goal area. So essentially he gave away a penalty try and got yellow carded. 2.5 minutes left on the yellow. Oh, you're going to premiere on a video show. Nice. Hope that goes well. Happy Halloween from an All Black in South Africa. Cheers, mate. All Blacks fan, I assume. Unless you're an actual All Black. "37 minutes. France are lining up a penalty despite having the extra man. I don't know. What attitude do you think France are taking into this one? Do you think they are just going for a win and bugger the points difference, just see what happens? Because it's a pretty big mission in front of them. It's 38 minutes in terms of the time. 17-13. Intermax just kicked the penalty. Brian Moore is struggling to conceal his bias. He's really rooting for France in the commentary. I think I'm on a different feed from you then, because I've got, I think, Tinas Delport and somebody else. Will Wales coach be fired before Rennie? Surely they don't fire international coaches. Surely. Very rarely. We're not football, right? We don't sack managers. Very rarely. I don't think this will allow links to be put in the chat. I think it's just a spam protection thing, bro. So you're in lockdown again from Thursday. Jeez. Do you watch women's rugby? Oh, not as much as I should, man. Not as much as I should. There's been a bit of Farah Palmer Cup on here. It's just finished, but I've watched a bit of that. I've got your commentary, Mark. The guy called Mark Robson, bland at best. Yeah, I'm never sure how they do the allocation for who gets to call the game. Like, who gets which feed kind of thing. It's almost half time. I'd like to say the game is flowing, but it's still tight. But as I said, England is still winning it at the moment. Ireland have won one last penalty before, so they should go in if Johnny kicks this. Just 1 point down. Yeah, we have watched a few women's games here on the channel. Oh, okay. Ireland are going for touch rather than for 3. It's a bloody good kick. It's 5 metres out. Remember, Ireland are back to 15 men now as well. Here we go. More time. Chugging along. Stopped. Ooh, sacked. Can the Irish backs get it done? Will they even see the ball? James Ryan. Stander. Healy. Now that he's back on. Ball got knocked backwards. Still in Irish hands. Can't take my eyes off the screen. Ryan again. Five phases. Eight phases. Oh, France won a penalty. Brutal. Brutal for the Irish, that one. Half time. I'm keen to have a look at the stats. Clowns wasting 3 points. I would have thought in that situation, just take the 3, go in a point down, and then you've only got to get 8 points, right? So, I don't know. That's a bit of a baffling one for me. I was sure. I said, oh, they'll just take the 3 or they'll go in a point down. But, okay. Big call. Mark is horrified they not take the 3. I know. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they're thinking the bonus point, but just surely winning by 7 is easier. I don't know. When with the bonus point score doesn't matter, yeah, maybe that's what they were thinking. Maybe that's what it was. Right, stats, possession, 37 to 63 in favour of Ireland. Territory, 30 to 70 in favour of Ireland. Knock-ons, 6 to 3, with France having more. But run meters, this maybe speaks to the conditions. 120 to 81, so not a whole bunch for one half of rugby. Man, French tackling. 93%. That's pretty high. Ireland is at 81. Penalties conceded is 8-4. Game is finally playing on the TV. Good man. For every bit of good France, you get a good bit of bad. Okay. Words to live by. Words to live by. I'm just going to turn that one down for a tick. They are not showing any other rugby on at the moment. I was kind of hoping for highlights of Wales against Scotland. No. Not on. No such luck. Two legends doing the commentary on BBC, both giving the nod to Ireland. Yeah, we'll see. They don't even do a what do you call it? Like a halftime show here. They've just cut straight to Super Rugby highlights from from months ago, which is, I guess, one that shows like they haven't bought the official broadcast rights from like the BBC or anything. They've just got the kind of neutral one, which doesn't have anything extra other than the game itself. There were 0 highlights from the Wales and Scotland game. Maybe that's why it's not on. Yeah. Let me see. See if there's anything I can get on that from my phone. Because, yeah, now that I've already seen the result, I'm questioning my my need to go and watch the full game. Although I probably will watch the full game. Such a huge fan. I love your love for rugby from an English fan. Yeah, man, I do enjoy watching rugby. I don't know why. I got it from my dad. So, yeah. I just like watching the games. And it's good because it seems to be rubbing off on my son. Every time I watch a game in the morning, he wakes out of bed. First thing he comes into the room is, Dad, I want to watch the rugby. So, definitely training him well. A blessing you don't get to see all the punditry. Yeah, true enough. ABs were awesome, Sully. They were, mate. Just too good. They really were just too good. And the Wallabies were poor. It's a pity that it's a combination of the Wallabies being poor and the All Blacks being good. Like, at least if the All Blacks, beat them by 10 and it was a tight game and the Wallabies really put us under pressure, I would have felt, just better about the watch. But the Scotland try was good. Where am I up to in the game? I don't think I've seen the Scotland try yet. I've seen the Wales try, right? From Rhys Carey. That's right. Is the Lions tour of South Africa going to happen? We will have to wait and see how that one goes. It's still, they reckon they've got plans and contingency plans, so yeah, we will see. Game clock, the game is at halftime, mate, so no game clock to speak of. Hits me close. Real reason I'm into rugby because my dad was a Leinster diehard. I used to go to matches with him. It was the only time we would spend together. Now I'm a Leinster season ticket holder to bring my kids to games. Yeah, man, I feel that for sure. My dad, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to remember as a child, right? But I feel like I seem to remember dad at home, couch, beer, rugby on. I don't think I've watched that much rugby with him, like as a kid, like on TV. But he would take us to the games, and it was cricket in summer as well. But he would just take us to the games, and I feel like it was probably my mum saying, I've got a shitload of stuff to do. Get those bloody kids out of the house. Probably. I don't remember any of that. I just remember going off to the game with my old man. If there was no game on, you know, go up to the park and play rugby or play, like, cricket. Just, yeah. So, that was pretty much it, eh? Barry says he has his doubts about the tour. Yeah, it's not going to be an easy one to resolve. Who knows? Who really knows? Everything's still kind of up in the air with the world. Sooner we can get it sorted one way or the other, that'll be better. This came up in my notifications. Are we watching you watch a game of rugby? Yeah, pretty much. That's how it works. That's how it works. Most of the people here, I think, are also watching the game of rugby. So essentially, we are kind of watching the rugby together. Who do I think is going to win, the Wallabies or the Hawaras? The old Pumas, rather than Hawaras, had a decent performance the other day. Honestly, watching rugby was the only thing we watched as a family besides telethon. Your dad was always working. Man, those telethons. Forgot about those. Yeah. I don't remember how much rugby I watched on TV. I don't remember watching much as a child. I think I probably wanted to watch other stuff. But being at the game, better. Got kicked out of the lounge room for shouting too loud. Yeah, that's true. This is like a goggle box for rugby and life. There we go. How much of a disadvantage do you think the boss will be at having not played the box for playing international rugby should the Lions tour happen? Rassi is a smart guy, so he'll organise something to prep the team, I would imagine. Love it when the BBC change which channel the match is on at halftime. Are you serious? Read that Sean Connery passed away. Yeah, apparently 90 years old. That's you know, it's a sad time when James Bond passes away. Barnes bottled that decision. French player with hands on the ground and support taken out off the ball. They're not showing any replays. They're showing bloody Super Rugby here, so I can't see it again. If the Lions tour goes ahead, South Africa need warm-up games, maybe Argentina, Fiji. Would be fair. Would you be at the game if there was no COVID? I wouldn't be at this game, being in France, but I'd like to go to the Lions tour, but it's always hard to get tickets. Did you watch Wales Scotland? Mate, I've seen the first half, and then I had to kind of switch over to this game being live, so I have seen, yeah, the first half. I do plan to watch the second half, but by all accounts, it's not the prettiest of viewing. Lions have Japan at Murrayfield. Yeah, that's true. That's a good chance for anyone in the UK who doesn't want to travel to South Africa or doesn't, have the financial means to maybe go see a game. It's like I was determined to go to the 2011 World Cup because it was in New Zealand. It's like, even though I was living in China, I was like, man, I've got to go back for the World Cup because how often do you get a World Cup in your home country? So it's like getting a Lions match. If you can go to it, you should go to it. Second half looks like it's on BBC One, which streams on my app. I'll be able to see more than 30 seconds at a time. Goodness me. Do you think rugby should go off because of COVID? It's hard to say from New Zealand, man, because we've been pretty lucky down here, so things can kind of go ahead pretty much as normal. But I do understand things have been pretty tough up in Europe, and games keep getting affected by players, the staff getting infected and stuff. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. How long is till the halftime is over? Wow, the players are just coming out now. They've finally just switched the coverage back to the game after just playing Super Rugby replays from months ago for like the last 15 minutes. Have you heard about the Autumn Nations? What have I heard about it? Is there new things or have I heard about it in general? So lucky people just follow the advice. Yes, New Zealanders were very, I think, cooperative with the government's recommendations, and also we are an island with very few people, so a combination of good factors. I don't think we had any like super spreading events that some other places had as well, so it's a mixture. Did I see the 10s in Bermuda? Nah, bro, I didn't see the 10s. Is that the game where someone kicked like some 5-point conversion or something though? Right, second half is underway. 17-13. At the moment, as things stand, England are lifting the Six Nations trophy. If England end up winning the Six Nations, do I do the match review for this game in that white jersey behind me? That might be stirring up a bit of a hornet's nest, I think. Didn't we close the borders early? I think relatively early, yes. We initially closed the borders to China, and then we closed the borders to everywhere. I think we peaked with 1,000-something cases, and then it just started coming back down. Yeah, fairly isolated over there, 100%. And the population's pretty low. Like, New Zealand's not like a hub where you're going anywhere. You don't come to New Zealand and go somewhere else except maybe the Pacific Islands. Which, again, in terms of traffic, is probably not a huge like, volume one. So, yeah. How early will Farrell unlock the bench? Yeah, he might. If the things don't start going their way soon, he might. Wear the England shirt. I don't think I'll wear the England shirt, but I'll leave it hanging. Who do I think's going to win? Well, man, I think Ireland, based on the numbers, should be doing better than they are than that first half performance would indicate, but we'll see. They conceded a couple of pretty bloody soft tries. I go to New Zealand to enjoy the rugby culture every couple of years. Nice. 10s, you pick where you're going to take the conversion and get points depending on the difficulty. 5 points is the halfway in front of the posts. Reese Hodge would do well at the 10s. Likewise, Franz Stein. What did Gazza think of the game last night, Sam? I think he was pleased for the All Blacks, but maybe a bit disappointed with the Wallabies, which is probably, I think, a universal feeling. Execution still lacking a wee bit from both sides. Aki puts a pretty nothing kick through. France kick it back to them. Rugby 10s is on YouTube. That's good. Oh, are you kidding me? Bro, that is unbelievable. Are you freaking kidding me? Holy shit, man. Come on. High ball. Bouthier bobbles it. Into Mac. Fiku. Chip. Regather from Dupont. Over the shoulder. Offload to Intermac. Over for the try. Far out. That's a hell of a try, man. Goodness me. Whoa. You won't see me any better than that one. That was a thing of beauty. Far out. Dupont is phenomenal. Wow. Game time Hollywood is 44-55. Oh man, allez le bleu, says Phil. Man, like honestly, these 3 tries, that one was pretty soft. Dupont's one, I can't even remember it. What happened? Wasn't it Fiku as well? Fiku setting up that one. What do France have to do to win the Six Nations? Jordan, they need to win by like 32 points or something. And a bonus point. So one more try. And then keep on going. Who would you rather have in your team, Faf or Dupont? I've seen a lot more of Dupont recently, so I'd probably say him. But if you see the way Faf like harries and puts guys on their ass who are like 30 kilos heavier than him, then you'd probably say Faf. So. Oh yeah, it is 31. Forget the frog bastards. Hope we don't throw it to England. Maybe Rassie was right. Soft tries. Yeah, it's been weird because Ireland's had enough of, enough pill to be doing better than they are, but then they've just conceded when the French have got down the other end. Nine points difference, and the French are going to keep going for that win. Hollywood, no worries, man. After the World Cup 2019, you would choose Faf. I don't know how he does what he does, man. Maybe he gets superpowers from that hairdo of his, but yeah. He makes defenders very uncomfortable. He's made Aaron Smith look silly before. Ryan, it's 47 minutes and 30 seconds, so just under half the game to go. I think France are just going for the win. They don't seem to care. Like maybe they're accepting that the 30-odd point margin is not realistic. Maybe just take your points, accumulate them. Still 30 minutes to go. I don't know. Just doesn't seem to go for the jugular. Irritating thing is that for all the soft tries, we should still be ahead. We refused 12 points. Stockdale. Yeah, he gets brought down, alright. Oh no, one of the French guys is holding his face in anguish. And I gave Bouthier a bit of grief for that last week, and he ended up having a concussion, so I won't say anything. Connors did well not to knock that one on. Stockdale gets over the advantage line. Has he been turned over? Oh, Stockdale. Stockdale. Oh, okay. So it was Marchand, who was the guy holding his face a minute ago. He gets the turnover. All right, silly man. Take care. John is not happy with Stockdale. Oh, he did get a boot to the face. Goodness me, no wonder he was holding it. See? That's why I didn't give him stick. Face holding is the international sign of a football player. Indeed, I tend to look down on it. "50 minutes. French are still going. English are still looking the most likely by a mile. Can't believe the score was 10-5 at halftime for England-Italy. I know, right? I mean, the end of the game was always going to be telling. Oh, France have won another bloody penalty. They are looking dominant at the moment, it has to be said. I think Farrell needs to probably bring on some subs. Imagine if England didn't get that bonus point, it would have made it... Yeah, it would have made it pretty interesting, wouldn't it? But they were always going to get that bonus point. I would be holding my face too after getting started in the eyes. Metric, I agree with you. I would probably be holding my face and blubbing like a child, because that looked pretty nasty. Do I think France can pull through and win it? Ryan's heard enough. Yeah, she's not pretty, mate. I still wouldn't be putting my money on France to win it, but there's still just under half an hour to go. If they keep up with this current bit of dominance, never say never. You would have to say it's looking pretty unlikely for Ireland right now. They don't look great, but so many chances wasted by them. Poor decision making indeed. French backs want to create some magic, Jordan. They've certainly got the players for it. Niall, mate, how are you, sir? 28-13. How many penalties? How many penalties do France need to get to that scoreline of like 31? Oh, Chris Farrell's come on. Stockdale. Go, Stockdale. There you go. Got over the advantage line. Recycled the ball well. So forgive me, what is happening? Who wins what? Currently, England's winning the Six Nations. France is winning this game. Andrew Porter and Vakatawa are having words. I think Porter was just admiring his jersey, surely. Ryan's in the UK in Birmingham. Is it raining in Birmingham? Because everywhere seems to be raining, although it's actually quite nice here today. Peter Amani's on. Crap shirt, crap fullback. I'm on the whiskey. It's not even 9 a.m. That bad, John. How many tries for France to win the Six Nations? They need one more try and to get a points difference of 31. So they've still got a fair way to go yet. It's pissing down. Okay, seems to be pissing down everywhere. As an Irish supporter beginning to cheer for France at this stage, wouldn't it be something if they made up the points difference? Do I prefer Ireland to win this over France? I mean, I'm neutral, man, so I really don't mind. I mean, Eddie Jones is naturally a pretty disliked character. Everyone likes to hate on England, but even Eddie Jones is quite a fun guy at times. So if you see that movie about him, that Brighton Miracle one, I guess it gives a bit of an insight into his character. So that explains a bit. France would be stronger with Pinot. How long is he out for? Are we going to just forget Rico scored his try with that dreaded style of his, Jordan? Well, he gets away with it most of the time, so I can't imagine he is going to change. I think the All Blacks, even for their thumbnail on the All Blacks Wallabies highlights, they picked the shot of him scoring that try in that way. Eddie Jones is a legend. He shouted out my rugby club. Nice. I'd rather France win than England. You don't look neutral in that jersey. Oh, come on, man. I've got all the jerseys hanging there. Just waiting for me to wear them. So I wear the England jersey out and about every now and again. DuPont with the big exit. There we go. 55 minutes gone. England and New Zealand are the most hated teams. What? New Zealand? No way. It's Australia. Everybody hates on England and Australia. That's just the way it seems to go. Sure, there's some history there, but How it became England and Australia, I'm not totally sure. Keenan needs to take that one into touch. No. Oh, he's done well not to get turned over. Oh, there. Yep. No sane man can ever wear a France jersey. Would you wear a Wallabies jersey during the All Blacks versus Wallabies live stream to maintain your neutrality? Yeah, bro. I'll do it. I might feel a bit sink if the All Blacks lost, but yeah. Goodness me, yeah, man. The Irish, just the errors. They go from being in a position of relative, comfort, pressure, and then suddenly they're on their own 5 meter line. Feels like South Africa are a hated team now. Being called cowards and cheats. I have noticed a bit of that. We'll have to wait and see what happens when the South Africans get back on the pitch, though. The All Blacks jersey just sit on you perfectly more than the other jerseys. Do you have a Springbok jersey? I have 2. Six phases for France as we return to the rugby. They still need their bonus point try, but they've conceded a penalty. So this is just playing right into England's hands, essentially, isn't it? Le Crunch final for the 2023 World Cup. I want to wake up and see I've been dreaming an Ireland of champs. Half my family in New Zealand, but never been there. Oh, for real? New Zealand's alright. I like it. What can I say? I'm a bit biased though. Game got so attritional metric, yeah. You can generally tell how the game's going by whether we start diverting to other topics, but execution in the last 10 minutes, 5 minutes has not been great. Here we go though. Henshaw. Henshaw's got a try. There you go. After a pretty dour like 5 minutes. He just kind of did a fiku. Made the French defence look pretty soft. He just runs. Beats 1, beats 2, beats 3. The 4th guy gets him, but too late. Hell of a run, man. Couple of missed tackles is putting it mildly, Mr. Commentator Man. Suddenly, Ireland is back in the game. Still 20 minutes to go. I still think... I don't know, which is more likely? Neither, hey. It's just England. England's going to win it. Prefer the old Zealand? Just Zealand? Good kick. Two more, please. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, if this game doesn't have the Six Nations title on the line, oh, was that Stockdale that knocked that on? Are you kidding me? Tell me that wasn't Stockdale. Who was that? Like, ordinarily, this is a pretty thrilling scoreline, right? But if it finishes close, like, and Ireland can't win by 7, then it's all kind of for naught, and it's somehow, I don't know, a bit less meaningful. Bring on Jamison Gibson Park? Yeah, maybe. Especially if Conor Murray looks to have taken a knock. Do Ireland have anyone that can take over from Sexton? Ross Byrne's pretty good. He just doesn't get that much time with Ireland because of Sexton. I think in most of the country he's probably getting more minutes. And Carberry's just out for bloody ages. At this rate, Hollywood, England is winning. Which is just what feels weird. It's like I should be thinking, wow, congratulations, France, man, you punished Ireland with, when you got chances, you took them, but it's more like, England won. I don't know, it's just weird. Who's 15 green? That's Jacob Stockdale, and he's having a bit of a mare. Ross Byrne's top drawer. Yeah, exactly. So plenty of 10s in Ireland. Harry Byrne's better than Ross. I haven't seen much of Harry, to be honest. I've heard big things about him, though. Here you go, the French. Vakatawa. He's tackled. Fiku. He can't get away from his defenders. Vincent. Irish defence is holding. The typical stuff up to give it to the English bollocks. So the wife has put the sherry glass down and is also ranting at them both to stop the English. Yeah, I'm surprised Stockdale has not been given an early shower, to be honest. Stunder's just won a penalty. The breakdown. He tends to do that a lot. Carberry, if he ever recovers, also young Healy at Munster, Harry Byrne, better than Ross. Jack Carty's got the kicking game, though. Yeah, you guys got plenty of 10s, what can I say? Stockdale! Go, Stockdale! There you go. Got over the advantage line. Making up for lost time. If Ireland win by less than 7 but get the 4-try bonus points, do they still win? Yes. If they can win by any margin, as long as they win with a bonus point, they will win. So that seems to be the most likely way they're going to win it, right? 2 more tries. And they win. Low Jordan is not playing. Nah, I'm not sure if he's eligible. Yeah, I think it's next month, but I could be mistaken. How long is left? We are at 65-22. So still plenty of time for Ireland to get 2 more tries. Ringrose and Lama are injured. Yeah, that's true. Gibson Park has come on, sporting a pretty good beard. Are you serious? Ireland just lost that line out? Come on, man. Not even Irish, and I want to swear at the TV. When's Akira going to play for the ABs? When we have injuries, or maybe against Argentina. Commentary team here is talking about Faf de Klerk's here. Another one. Oh. Irish for the day. Yeah, apparently. I'm getting pissed off. This line out. Goodness sake, man. Come on. Gibson Park has thrown a couple of balls at Sexton's head now. So hopefully he gets that. I know the last one was an offload, but hopefully he gets that passing a little bit better. Barbara's a big fan of rugby in England. Well, England's looking pretty good at the moment, even though they're not playing. Stockdale will be awarded a French Medal of Valor. Can I show the match, Barry? No, I definitely can't. I definitely can't. Stockdale might be one of the top 5 French players today. Sexton is shaking his head. He's not a happy chappy. He's got a really good pissed off face, doesn't he? Like when Johnny Sexton looks pissed off, he looks quite pissed off. What time is it in New Zealand? It's like 20 to 11 in the morning. Stockdale. Ah, just as he's making a line break, what does he do? He knocks the bloody ball on. To be fair, he may have had it knocked out, but either way, he lost control of the ball. Yeah. Classic Stockdale, says John. Yep. Classic Stockdale. Nah, I think he just dropped it. Yep. Ten minutes to go. Ireland need 2 tries. France need, what, 20-something points. Ireland trying to match the Aussie handling errors. Apparently so, man. Stockdale seems to be playing trash. Stockdale is killing us. Thank you, Stockdale. Bloody hell, Stockdale. Uh-oh. Here's trouble. Here's trouble. Vakatawa's just scored. That's it, man. England have got it. That's it. I don't know how Stockdale has not been subbed. I don't understand it. Big scrum. And then chip and chase. You see Racing 92 do that, except not usually with Intermac receiving it himself. It's usually Finn Russell to Vakatawa. But anyway. Yep. All from Stockdale's knock on, eh? That scrum. Well, yeah. What do you say? It's like good for France, but not good enough. So it's kind of hard to celebrate for them. Sure, overall they'll be pretty happy with how the Six Nations campaign's gone. That one loss to Scotland is pretty bloody costly, isn't it? $35.20. And to make things look so easy, he's a fantastic player, bro. He is. Bodes well for the future of French rugby, doesn't it? How many points does France need? Like, what, 18 or something? Not going to get it. Does France have a chance to win the Six Nations? They need to score a ton more points, which seems unlikely given there's only like 7 minutes left. I think probably 3 more scores. Do you think this new French team can beat New Zealand? Man, on their day, for sure. In a one-off, but not in a series. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. A minute ago, Ireland needed 2 tries to win the Six Nations. Now France need 2 tries and a pen. Okay. So is it 17 they need? Do I watch any rugby league? Not really, mate. Not really. I have enough trouble keeping up with all the rugby that's on. Cross kick from Ross Byrne. He only manages to find one of the French players. Werner, how's it going, man? Suppose Johnny Sexton will be Player of the Year. He might get that Player of the Decade or what. I don't know if they closed the voting on that or what, but yeah. Glad to have rugby back. Agree. Stockdale! Go Stockdale! He almost got dragged into the touch, but he managed to get rid of the ball. Who was that? Been named player of the match. I missed it. Oh, the French number 8, they said. Ireland have won a penalty. Top 5 fly halves in the world. Goodness me. Pollard, Farrell, Bodie, if he gets to play 10. Who else? Intermac, he's been pretty good, hasn't he? Is Sexton still there? Oh no, here's trouble. Oh, but they managed to bring him down. Gave up a while back. The bloody Anglos have it again. Ah, well. Ireland have had it recently, so have Wales. That's England's turn, I guess. Do you watch South African Super Rugby games? Yeah, bro, I haven't seen today's ones yet. That is on my afternoon to-do list. Mo'unga, yeah, maybe Mo'unga as well. Super Rugby level for sure. He looked bloody good against the Wallabies last night too. Sexton is not at that level anymore, says Barry. 2018 was his year. Sexton's going grey. Yeah. Best 13 in the world. Whoa. Who's the best 13 in the world? Maybe Radradra? Don't know, man. What can I say, guys? Winning is what England does. I quite like Ringrose at 13 as well, but he's got a broken jaw, so what are you going to do? Barry also says Ringrose. Yeah, Ringrose is class, man. People underrate that guy. Commentary team here has just declared England is going to win it. Look at all those families who named their newborn child Jacob in 2018. Slade's a class 13. Oh, Jonathan Davis as well. Whoa. See, there's too many guys, man. You try to pick that one class one, and you come up with a list of like 10 guys. Bath supporter in England. A few Bath guys made that England squad, hey. Quins as well. Yeah, England fans. Six Nations title. Took a while. Who would have thought you'd be getting a Six Nations title at the end of October? It's already November here in New Zealand. But, yeah. Game's not quite over Lewis Nutt, but it's like the Six Nations. Neither of these sides can win it. With 2 minutes left, neither has got enough time to do what they need to do. Could you imagine if the Irish guys just decided to let France run in a couple of tries? It'd be, yeah, Aldrit is your man of the match. He's pretty good. Ireland needs to get a new team and get rid of all them old players. There are a few guys who are getting a bit long in the tooth, and it might be time for Andy Farrell to clear some guys out if he's got a mind on the World Cup. I don't know how long his contract is, though. Is he 2 years or 4? Always believe and give us players a decent run to prove themselves. Honestly, though, we can't keep Stockdale. Yeah, Stockdale's been living off his maybe reputation for a wee bit now. I think there's plenty of good outside backs in Ireland, so it'd be nice to give somebody else a crack. Cheers, Lewis. Appreciate that. Vive la France, says Gabriel. Problem with the Irish rugby is due to the Lions, players stay on way too long. 4 years for Farrell, then I wouldn't blame him for getting rid of some of the guys who've only got like a year or two left in them to blood some young guys. But I mean, he's giving Gibson Park a run. He's not young, but he's international. He's inexperienced. Keenan, Doris, Connors. He's got a fair few young guys, so I can't say that he's just like fully kept the old guard in. John King, have you mentioned Stockdale? No, what do you reckon? Did you think he had a decent game, or errors maybe a little bit costly? I think he's got a fair few run meters, if I was to look up his stats. Ten seconds to go. Do France celebrate at the end of this game because they got a win and a successful but not winning campaign? Or is it going to be muted? Stockdale! See, John. There you go. Stockdale gets a try. Stockdale! I'm taking a gamble by putting that on the whiteboard before the conversion's been kicked. Stockdale! What a way to finish it. What's it going to be? 25 or 27? Did he kick it? I took my eyes off the screen. Or was it 18? My maths is shocking. 25. Oh, well. That's it. Congratulations to England. Stockdale with a smile on his face. Consolation. There you go. All right, people. Cheers for coming along to this one. Congratulations to France for the win. Ireland, it looked possible, but too many errors. Too many errors. And yeah, England, champions of the Six Nations in October, November, which is bizarre. Let's just be happy we got rugby back. Autumn Nations Cup is not far away. We got more Tri Nations. Happy days. But yeah, cheers, Luke, John, Jacob Stockdale, everybody else for being along. Big RC, everybody, and yes, I will. I'll talk to you guys again for another one soon. Take care, guys.